Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Two Scripters One Pull. I am your host, Kia, aka Mango. Why am I doing this? There's nothing right here. It's sweet. I have a special guest in the room. That is Mayday. She has her sexy voice. What's your sexy voice?
Hi everyone.
So
that's my sexy voice.
That's your sexy voice. I love it. The panties are just dropping off right now.
Thank you.
If you want to hear more conversation after this, go check out our full episode that's coming out this week. The full episodes are available wherever you listen to podcasts. And if you would like to watch this week's episode, yes, full episode, head on over to Patreon, where full episode footage is available in all 3 tiers.
Yay.
So we're going to jump right in today. We're talking about sex work, because sex work is work, point blank, period.
Period.
And I was already thinking about doing my own episode, like a solo episode, because I was just really fed up and tired. Like, we kind of had a conversation about pole, where you start just doing stuff to produce content and it's not really for you.
Exactly.
So I started kind of feeling that way about the OnlyFans account, and the only reason why I really had the OnlyFans is because it's part of when you go into financial domination, you are a content creator and you need some type of platform. And OnlyFans is like one of the more simpler ones to use. But I had wanted one originally, like back during the pandemic, but I was teaching,
right.
So I was like, can't do that. That
day
promotion
job,
piece.
girl.
Right. It was like, I'm teaching America's youth. I can't be out here. So took a step back, but now I'm still pursuing things. And it's weird to be in front of the camera and have like my sex life and have my sex work so out and open. But part of the conversation we were having, like, you're going to take me as I am. Me being a sex worker does not devalue me or what I have to offer. And I was just kind of feeling like, all right, I'm doing this stuff just to try to produce content for these niggas that's broke anyway. Y'all just want to see what my pussy looks like or whatever else, and you don't want to pay no money. And I started the OnlyFans again for a specific audience. I need submissives. And in order to do that, I have to brand myself. And I need content platforms. So it's like, I'm doing all of this and y'all aren't even my audience for real. So then I came across, where is it? Oh, first, hold on, wait a minute. Run that back, Turbo. I got a sound effect. Where is it? I got sound effects, y'all. Is my speaker on? Because y'all gotta hear this. I'm so corny, but I love it. Welcome to All Tech Lansing.
We're not sponsored.
All right.
It's not an ad.
It's not.
Oh, that's hilarious. I fucking love
Corrections
it.
Corner.
I love it.
So if you do not watch the minisodes, the minisode that comes out, well, now that I'm recording it, the minisode, it'll come out, the full episode comes out tomorrow, but if you're listening to this and watching this now, last week's minisode and full episode, I was trying to say novice, but I kept saying novice, because I just be talking.
Oh, it'd be like that sometimes.
And I was
okay.
like, and the crazy part is after I said it in my head, I was like, that
doesn't
wasn't right.
sound
But
right.
I would just keep going.
Sometimes when you roll with it, people are like, well, damn, is that a word? Is my vocabulary about that?
But then I was like, as I was editing, I was like, nah, okay, I said it a few times. I gotta, for the people that just like, I'm listening, I'm not watching it, I had to correct it. So why'd I close that? Back to where I was at. So I was already feeling that way about producing the content, and I was like, I need to take a step back, and I'm getting ready to start grad school. I start, officially the term starts in August. That's when I start like my clinical hours and everything.
Okay.
I actually have a grad school placement interview this week.
Yay.
And I'm
You need
feeling
an applause
good about
track.
it.
By
Oh,
the way. You
girl,
have one?
I have one.
Put the applause track on. Yeah.
I also got. Oh, that's the wrong one.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I'm gonna get some more, but I had to get those ones. So I have that. I'm really excited about that. So with grad school starting, and I'm like, all of this stuff has just been put on my plate, and I'm trying to figure out how much I'm gonna give it. And I want to do the financial domination. I want to do the art. I want to do pole, and I'm figuring out now how all of those are connecting and how I can really do everything with the basis of art.
Right.
But obviously, I just don't have time to worry about somebody's broke son on OnlyFans or whatever else the case may be. So I was like, I'm putting more of my focus on grad school, and as I'm building my brand and building myself as my sex work identity, I'll just, I'll put a little bit of content, but that's not my focus. So I came across this post on Instagram. You probably saw it. And it was the one where the girl was like, somebody told her she was too pretty to work at Home Depot.
Okay, why are we so mad over the Home Depot girl? It's not that deep.
I'm not mad at her. I just didn't like the commentary of somebody has said he knows she's a good woman. She could have made her OnlyFans, but she got a real job and it's an honest living. So that made me feel some type of way. And then she came back and said that she hopes that the post inspires little girls to realize getting money the right way is possible. And she put right in all caps.
Do you know that the follow-up to the Home Depot girl, because I'm a Twitter person.
Okay.
And Twitter be popping.
Okay.
And the follow-up is that she has now quit her job at Home Depot because people tried to find her. Actually, they did find her name, find her address, where she worked, which Home Depot she was at. All this stuff came up in Home Depot trying to find her.
What is wrong with people?
That's crazy, right? Because what is the reason for that?
Not
like,
that
what did
deep.
you gain from that?
That.
So because of that, she's like, for her safety, obviously, she has to move cities, not just like a different apartment down the street. She has to change cities. She quit her job, and she was like, if she would have known posting a freaking picture in her goddamn Home Depot outfit was that, she wouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
And it's like, men.
Men.
I'm not even gonna say men, because it'd be some women to the pick-me's.
Yeah.
People in general.
Yeah.
Some just have the fucking audacity, and it's crazy.
Yeah. I didn't realize that it went that far.
It went very far.
But I'm not surprised, because the internet is a crazy place, and you really, like, you can't say certain
so
things.
fucking entitled, and for what? Like, what did you gain from that?
Yeah. That was crazy. I didn't think it was that deep.
It was never that deep.
But it did just kind of make me question, like, y'all keep saying right way. Like, what is the right way? Sex work is work.
Look, I support anybody that's not hurting nobody or hurting themselves.
Yeah.
If that's how you want to make, even the scammers. I support the scammers. They just be scamming the wrong people. Why are you scamming me and my mother? Like, you need to be scamming the government.
Hello?
Like, if I chose scamming as my profession, I'm scamming the IRS.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going for the big dogs.
I'm telling you.
I'm not going to scam my neighbor.
Corporations. Like, y'all be preying on old people. Exactly. I just got a treat from an old lady the other day. Old people are so
that's
sweet.
what pisses me off about it. Cause I'm like, bro, you scamming the wrong. I don't even got no money. We in the same fucking boat. We in the same boat. That shit don't make no fucking sense. I'm not no fucking millionaire. Go to a millionaire. If they lose a K, 1K, they ain't gonna hurt. 10 bands ain't gonna hurt them. Go to that person, not me.
Yes. That was like my friend. She had changed her numbers and I had to Zelle money to her. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, I sent you the money. She's like, I didn't get it. I'm like, oh, no. So I'm requesting the money back. I was like, look, I'm broke. Please just send me my money back. I don't
Did they send it back?
It ended up, she still got it. It went to a different, account. A different account. But then when my phone got stolen, I did the same thing. I left a message on my phone. I was like, please just give me my phone back. I can't afford a new one. Like, life is hard. Just give it back, no questions asked. Like, that's the point I'm at in life, because I'm like, life is hard and I don't got time. Like, y'all really be picking the wrong person.
Exactly.
I don't have nothing for you. Okay?
Exactly. You
help me help you.
You stealing, but we in the same. Like, come on, it doesn't work like that. Think of Robin Hood. If you want to be a scammer, think of Robin Hood. Like, that's the perfect example. Stealing from the rich to give to the poor. Yeah. Do that. Don't steal from the poor to give to yourself. It don't make no sense. It makes no sense.
It doesn't.
Somebody has sent money to me before on, like, I think it was Cash App. Mm-hmm. They had sent like $100, and I was like, ooh, look at God. And I sat and I thought about it, and I was like, I'm gonna send $100 back. I sent the money back because realistically, yes, the $100 is nice, but I'm like, whomever they're sending the money to, they clearly needed it, So I'm like, I'm gonna just That might be their last 100. And for me, I'm blessed enough that that's not my last 100.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm just going to give that to you. So,
I was hurt, and I was like, before we figured out that it went to her other account, I was just sitting there like, please, please give me my money back. Please give me my money back. So then that led me into asking the question in my story of, I had asked, I think, was it Ask Mango, and you had put, what do you like and hate most about sex work?
Yeah.
So that's how I got here, because I was like, well, I was already planning on doing an episode because I was really frustrated with that, and just the interactions that I have with men, and it's like, women are devalued for being sexually freeing, and it was just like, it was so much.
I was so much to say on that. It grinds my gears. Yeah. Because men that are respectable will always be respectable no matter what you do. Period. The ones that are dogs and the ones that fucking suck will always fucking suck no matter what you do. The first time I had somebody hit on me, I was 11 years old with mosquito bite titties, and the grown ass man was like 21, maybe 20. I mean, I'm 11, so they look older, but they were damn sure over 18. Yeah. So it's like, I don't even know. I knew what sex was, but I don't even know how you do sex. I'm 11. I'm a kid. Yeah. I'm outside playing with my friends. It literally made me not want to go outside anymore, and I didn't. After that day, I was like, I'm not going outside, because it just made my stomach turn so much. And it's like, that's crazy, because even when you're not trying to be sexualized, or you're not trying to sexualize yourself, the scum of the bag, scum of the earth, the dirt under your shoe, them type of guys, because not all guys are like that. Yeah. Those type of guys will always be scum no matter what.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's just crazy, because it's like, what do you gain from that? What do you gain from that? You gain nothing. Because you still ain't getting you still ain't getting shit. Which is why you asking me. Like, so you gain nothing. Real, you gain nothing. You learn from no past mistakes. Yeah. It's crazy.
A lot of men are disgusting. Not all men, but. No. And the friends, if you have a friend like that, then you need to speak up and let them know.
That's the only problem, is I feel like they don't get checked enough.
Not at all.
Yeah.
I mean, even with this whole Suki thing. Because it was clear, and
that's another thing.
People were talking about, oh well, she presents herself this way.
Okay,
it does not matter. That is a persona.
I want to make sure we're talking about the exact video. So I'm talking about the one where specifically, and I haven't seen the whole podcast, and I don't care to. Yeah. But it's the one where it's Candy from Housewives. Yeah. Candy from Escape. And she has the guy or whatever, and the guy is like, I know your pussy tastes good, and I know.
Okay, so I was talking about really the YK one, but I did see that.
And Candy the whole time was just kind of like, all right, you being aggressive. Yeah. Well, one time she only said you being aggressive. The other time she laughed. Yeah. Now, I don't know if Candy laughed because she was uncomfortable, because I'm also somebody, when I'm uncomfortable, really uncomfortable, I start laughing. Yeah. But not because I think it's funny, it's because I don't know what else to do, so I'm just laugh. And he was doing a lot, and Suki actually said, like, yeah, you talking like that is cool during sex, but not right now. Like, they try to do a different thing. And he kept going and going and going. And again, I didn't see the whole podcast. I only saw like a minute and a half, 2 minutes of it. Yeah. He's showed her a picture. Now, they said in the quotes that he showed her a picture of his dick. Who knows if it actually was it. But it's still like, whatever he showed her, you can tell it made her uncomfortable, because when she saw it, she was like, okay. Yeah. It's like, why?
I had saw part of that, and it made me uncomfortable, and I saw that, like she said, like, all right, you doing too much.
He should have stopped it then. He should have stopped it then.
And he kept egging it on. With the YK thing, it was like, I had just saw a clip that came out where I guess maybe they're trying to justify that before, you saw this?
Oh, when she got kissed on the mouth. Yeah. That's still too much.
Apparently before that, she was flirting with him. So people are trying to say that that's like justification. But still, whether consent, he did not have consent to kiss her. He did not ask her to do that. And you can clearly see he's grabbing her face, and she's trying to back up and push him away several times. And he's opening her mouth, and it's like Lil Duval, and I don't know the other dude's name.
They're just going along.
They're just going along, laughing, cracking jokes about it. It's just, it's not funny, and it's not okay, and y'all just feel so entitled. And I just think about, like, there's been several times when I've been outside just minding my business with my girls. I dressed up because I look cute. I want to twerk. I want to do this for me. I want to spend time with my friends. And y'all feel so entitled to be in my space and just touch me because, you think whatever I'm wearing looks good, or you think I look good in general. Whatever. keep your fucking hands to yourself.
Yeah.
It does not matter what I step outside looking like or what I'm doing or saying outside. If I'm not having, it's a time and a place for that, and I'm not giving.
It's not the time.
It's not the time.
It's
Especially if I don't know you.
Right. I don't even know you. I don't know your
People
first name.
So entitled.
And I don't know if it's because guys don't know how to approach them, but I feel like all you have to do, if that's your friend, be like, hey, bro, she said she good. I feel like if you just say that, she's good.
Right.
He might even be like, okay, well, damn, maybe I'm doing too much.
Yeah.
You know, because very rapey, and it's very much rape culture.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
And it's just like, if you are not a rapist as a man or a woman, and you see someone having rape-like culture, and maybe they don't even realize it.
Yeah.
If you check them and be like, that's a little, you know, if you check them and be like, well, damn, I wasn't even trying to do that. Yeah. My bad. I'm gonna watch myself, because we're all human. We learn.
Yeah.
If you watch yourself and you learn, okay, cool. But if you still like, fuck that, no, she does this, she does that. Okay, but she's not doing that right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's not doing that right now. She's literally at a table,
minding her business,
like doing whatever it is. You know,
they were like on a panel or something.
A panel discussion. Yes. It would look like I'm trying to pop my pussy on a handstand on a panel discussion. Yes. Sir, this is not the time or place. Mm-mm. This is crazy. But yeah, I've gotten stuff like that, like, honestly, my whole life. And so when I see things like that, it irritates me to the core. Because I'm like, not only from my own experience, I feel like every woman knows somebody that has been through something similar like that or worse.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just like, oh, men can't say the same, maybe because you don't ask, maybe because you don't see it, or maybe you see it and you're like, well, that's not me, I'm going to just walk away.
Yeah.
But it's like, you can't. Because in order for the cycle to stop, you got to check your friend.
Yeah.
I check my friends, you know, you can either do it one way, you can either do it publicly, or you can pull them to the side and be like, hey, bro, don't.
Yeah.
That's enough.
And if you are, because I'm weary of people, and you never know how, especially in certain settings when alcohol and drugs are mixed in. Like, it could be something as simple as like, hey, bro, can you come with me real quick to the bar? Do something.
Exactly.
If you notice the situation that's going on and you clearly see somebody's uncomfortable, divert the situation. Yeah. You don't have to say, hey, bro, like, chill out, leave her alone necessarily in that moment, because then, you know, what
it
you
might
talking
escalate.
about? She like it, she did, bro, chill. And then it becomes this thing that it didn't need to be.
Yeah.
But if you pull them aside, like, off some slick shit, just like, hey, come here, bruh, come with me or whatever, we gonna go over to this section, come on.
Exactly.
Like,
There's a lot of men that do that have like the world's smallest ego.
Yeah.
So anything shatters their ego. So if you put them on blast in front of everybody, they're gonna be so upset.
Oh yeah.
And so yeah, it might be the best approach to pull your friend to the side. Yeah. And then maybe you stop hanging with that friend. If he keeps doing that, you don't want to associate yourself with that.
Not at all.
Because how do men think? Oh, there's one good girl is not going to be in a group full of hoes, right? They all going to be hoes. That's how they think, right? Yeah. So if your friend is mad rapey and you're still friends with him and you see it, it's one thing if you don't see it. But if you see it, and you're like, oh yeah, that's just how he is when he drinks. Cut it off. Nope. Cut it off.
Yeah. So then you asked, what do you like and hate most about being a sex worker? And from there, I was like, well, since I'm planning on doing this episode about it, let me ask other sex workers.
Yeah.
So I went, I got like 50 million Instagrams. So I actually took the time, because sometimes I post on just like 2 Scrippers 1 Pole and like my main page, or like pole popping packs, or depending on what the content of whatever it is, I'll ask on my art page. Because my art page, I don't promote the podcast as much, because a lot of my former students who are still in school, my first group of students graduated. My babies, all of my original babies are out of high school. They were sending me pictures. I was like, oh my god. But I still do have students who are in high school, so I don't post as much on there. Yeah. And my art Instagram is connected to my Facebook, and I'm like, the last thing I need is my granddad to get on the interest net and see my ass somewhere. So I'm like, I just don't bother. But I had took it to my Femdom Twitter. Okay. And Femdom Twitter is a crazy place. Like,
what is Femdom Twitter?
So it's not safe for work Twitter.
Okay.
That's all it is. And I've seen so many assholes and butt plugs and penises. All
well, I
types
mean, I know
of
Twitter.
stuff.
They have different worlds on Twitter. You could definitely get on the porn Twitter quick. So I get that.
Yeah. So I had asked on there the same question because obviously I follow a lot of other femdoms.
Right.
So this person that I've known for quite some time, since we went to high school together, they responded, and it's a guy, and he said that he's not into sex work, and he hates that he has no idea where to start. So that...
As in he wants to start sex work? Okay.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, well, I would say to take the time to learn about the different kinks or fetishes. What type of things are you into or think you're interested in? And what are you comfortable with sharing and engaging with others?
Right.
So he said that he's really into role play, making women squirt and sloppy head. And he doesn't know if that's a thing. But as a man who doesn't want to make women feel uncomfortable, I find it tough getting into the space. Also, a lot of people are in the market, so it might be oversaturated, but I really enjoy the art of sex. I love finding different ways to please and vice versa. And honestly, I guess I'm just getting this shit off my chest because I don't think I'll ever enter this space, but thank you. So it was a lot for me to process because when I had asked that question, I wasn't expecting that response, but I was very glad that I did get that response because then that's when I went to Twitter, and that's when I went back to Instagram and then opened the floor up for non-sex workers to ask questions. And I've gotten a lot of great responses, so thank you for all of those that responded.
I want to give a response to him.
Yeah.
I feel like if he knows he wants to do like giving head or pleasuring women videos, maybe he just starts with doing the videos and not showing the woman's face, and try to get somebody who doesn't have any like tattoos in that area that will be shown. Yeah. So you can't tell, oh, that's so and so, that's so and so. Yeah. You know, maybe that'll be better. So that way, and obviously let them know you're gonna record. Yeah, yeah. Duh. Let them know you're gonna record, and maybe just don't have their face shown, and maybe they'll be comfortable. Like for me, I would be comfortable with my face not shown at all. Yeah. But I have a lot of tattoos. Yeah. So, and my tattoos go from my underarm all the way down to my ankles. So it's like it's not really gonna work for me. Yeah. But other people might be open to it, so maybe I'll help him.
I didn't say that to him, so I like that you mentioned that too, because I'm like, people have been asking me too, like, oh, are you gonna have any boy-girl content? No, I'm not having sex on my OnlyFans. Like, for me, I'm not even really having sex like that. But that's like personal and private. Like the sex that I want, I'm not about to be just showing all of y'all. Mm-hmm. Some of y'all, not all of y'all. But I was telling him that I can see how that can be tricky as a man. And I see a lot of men in sex work too. So that's like interesting to see. And I was saying that I think what would work well for him too is just like looking out for opportunities like this. Like just like I asked the question, you respectfully came and kind of shared how you felt about the situation, and just being open and honest and saying like, you know, this is a field that I want to be in. This is what I'm interested in. Look out for people who might be looking for a co-creator, somebody to collaborate with, and just keeping that open, honest communication. And for anybody that wants to get in sex work, I would definitely say to first do a little bit of research. It does not have to be this like intense, like you feel like you're going into school. But learning about different kinks and fetishes has been like really fascinating. And it's opened my eyes to what I am like. I wouldn't say I have a foot fetish, but I'm more in tune with my feet, and I like the idea of like somebody playing with my feet. Like I never really cared to have my feet interacting with me. Now I'm like,
I think there's a nerve. I'm not a doctor, but I think there's a nerve ending in there because, like, for me, I like to get my toes sucked on. You know, I'm not gonna suck a man's toes because the men I like. But I like getting my toes sucked on. It makes me feel like really calm. Yeah. And it's like a nice little appetizer to the main course. I mean, there's other appetizers you can do too, but that's like one appetizer that's kind of nice. I can't get off on it fully, but it's just more like, ooh, okay, what's going on?
I've had it happen once, and I was definitely like, hold on, wait a minute.
Like, okay, exactly. What we about to do? It's more like that. It's like the appetizer to the appetizer. Yeah. It's like you can't. So I get that.
Yeah. So learning more about kinks and fetishes, and it's opened the door for what I might be interested in. Actually, that book, only interested in like online. That was another thing people said, well, how do you get started? Thinking as you're doing your research and you learn more, like think about things you would be comfortable with. Like scat play, that shit. Nobody's shitting on me. I'm not doing anything that's related to that. It's
human waste is off limits.
Right. So
very much off limits. That's human waste
think
for a reason.
Think about things that you would be interested in or might not be in, or just like you're definitely like, no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
And also thinking about how much of yourself you are comfortable either sharing with others if you choose to collaborate with other sex workers, or sharing with the public in terms of like being on camera. Because in this line of work, you do have to do some type of branding, finding yourself, because that was something he said too. He was like, he just feels like
it's oversaturated.
Yeah, it's oversaturated. And I said, when you really think about it, a lot of things are oversaturated, but there's not another you. There's not going to be, there might be somebody, and it doesn't even have to be sex work related. There might be someone who's similar to you, but there's never going to be someone who offers the exact same things the way that you do. So a big thing I've been finding is figuring out your niche, or what are you interested in, what are you good at, what is something that you enjoy, to tie it all. Like a lot of people have identities, even going back to like pole, how we get these names. Like when I'm dancing, I'm Mingo. I just tap into that person. Like I said before, I'm stressed out, I'm like, I don't know how this is gonna work, and then the music goes Mingo. On and it's just Mingo. And Tori says it all the time that like my eyes just switch, you can see when it clicks on. So thinking of like an alter ego or an identity of how you can make this enjoyable but still be some part of you, has been really helpful. Asking questions, and then it's just like, somebody asked me, there were lots of questions, y'all. Thank you for all the beautiful questions. Somebody had asked me, do I find joy in it? And I don't know if I would say joy. For me, it doesn't necessarily make me happy. I find more joy in like art creation. But it's been very eye-opening and freeing and liberating. I've been learning more about myself sexually and sensually, because the two are different, and getting more in touch with that and thinking about things that I would be interested in doing. But I've seen how happy it makes other people. Like on FetLife, there's this one guy that I follow, and he's a nudist. And I mean, my boy be outside in his lawn, like, I'm nude today, dick just hanging, and then he'll like have like a tie on, and he's just like this. He be in the lawn stretched out with the headphones on, just nude. He's living his best life.
If I had some really tall fences, I would
his fences are cute. He loves it.
Yeah.
And he just has, and I love that for him. I don't know this man from a can of paint.
Yeah. But
to see, and I see so many people who are just free in themselves.
Yeah.
It's been really rewarding.
The sad thing about sex work is that, kind of like tying back to what we were talking about before, it gives people this sense of entitlement, and it's like, why are you entitled? I don't know you. You know what I mean? Okay, so I post this video of myself. That's what I want to do. Yeah. But you doing something to me is not what I want you to do. Yeah, so what makes you... If I wanted to exactly. Exactly. Oh, especially for me. I'm telling you. I definitely shoot my shot first. I've missed a lot of shots lately, and actually it really hurts. It hurts my heart, because I'm like, maybe I've lost my touch. Yeah. But I'm trying to like talk myself. I'm like, I'm on a different vibration now. Yeah. So maybe that's why my shots be missing. Before I shoot a shot, they all go in. I'm like, all right, bet. Now you're like, I'll shoot a shot. I'm like, damn, that's a okay. Yeah. Damn, that's a no. I'm like, all right, damn, that's a no. I'm like, God, shit. I'm like, what's wrong with me? Nothing's wrong with you, honey. For those out there that also shoot shots and get missed, there's nothing wrong with you. You just haven't found your frequency of person yet. He's coming. He's coming. He's definitely coming.
Definitely the boldest. I don't know. Sometimes I be feeling bolder than normal, but the boldest I've ever been, I went up to this one dude, and I was just like, we were drinking. It was at a party. I was like, on a scale from 1 to 10, how drunk are you? And he's like, I'm at like a 2 or 3. I was like, okay, well, I want to go on record right now and say, I think we would have amazing sex. And he was like,
that's very bold.
Yeah, I don't know what came over me. I was just like, and I'm short, so I'm looking at him like, I think we have amazing sex. And he's like, okay. So we started talking, and it was amazing.
Good. I'm so happy for you. See, I be bold, but I don't go to sex first.
Yeah.
I be like, let me get your number. We should hang out. Well, whole time I have like ulterior motive.
It wasn't like I kind of knew him. I was a little bit familiar. It wasn't the first time. Like, I didn't just walk up like, yeah, we fucking.
Oh, then I completely get that. I get that. I thought it was like a stranger. You just met him like 5 minutes ago. I was like, damn, let me get on your level. Maybe I would make more shots.
No.
No, that's cool though. I love that for you.
Yeah, but again, it's like some days I be chickening out, but I'm trying to be more clear in my intentions and the things that I want and what I do. And I was just like, come holler at me, baby.
Definitely.
Yeah. So I think, let me see, let me make sure I made all of the points that I wanted because I took screenshots. Some people say, how do you find your audience and clients? And it really just depends on what area of sex work you're in. Like if you're in the strip club, you gotta talk to people. That's why I can't. I would only go back to stripping probably for one night just to see that now that I know how to pole dance, how it influences how I carry myself in a strip club. But it's still that like small talk piece of having to go up to patrons, and I don't like that.
I love that you brought that up because I'm actually about to go audition for a strip club. I need some side money because I have a lot.
Where?
Look, I lost my job and I was out of work for a few months, and I'm still trying to like recover from that. I work now, but you know, I was paying everything with my credit cards, and these interests have kicked in. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, we not about to be. I can't even enjoy the new money I got because we're paying, you know. So I want to work at a strip club at least for the whole summer, or at least until my birthday, which is in September. Okay. And
Virgo or Libra?
I'm a Libra.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. But so I actually had a experience in a strip club because I went to an amateur night back in February, and which I did the amateur night for two reasons. One, because I've always thought of like, let me work in a strip club. Yeah. And two, because I never really understand the culture of it. Like I've been to a strip club as a visitor, you know. Yeah. But not as like a worker. So me doing it and kind of going behind, seeing everything, I'm like, okay, I could actually do this. It's a lot of talking, but it's not me talking. It would be Mayday talking, and Mayday could talk for hours. So I'm like, I can get dollars from people, you know, and it's just a matter of me actually going to auditions. I plan to do it in like a week or something.
Okay, well, let me know how it goes because I've thought about dabbling back in a little bit. Yeah. So yeah, let me know how it goes.
I will. It's gonna be somewhere out in Baltimore because that's where I'm at on my end. Yeah, I can't come out here in DC area.
But DC isn't the best place either, and I don't know. But yeah, like so instances like that, you gotta talk to people in person. It is a lot of talking. And then you build your clientele. Yeah. In terms of like the online femdom, it's like fem domination and financial domination. You are branding yourself on the internet by creating this content. So thinking about what kind of content you are comfortable with selling, going back to figuring out your kinks and things like that. Not everybody in this line of work is actually showing genitals. Some people are just like, I'm selling feet pics and that's it. Yeah. You know, some people just sell. Some people sell trash. Some people sell just audio clips of them giving jerk off instructions or different things. So doing that research to find out how many different things. Some people get paid to make fun of people, but again, you still have to make some type of content to get you out there and get people attracted to you. What made me start, I was a stripper. Go back to episode 7, teach me how to cook, talk more about that. Been learning just how much there is to the sex world, surprised about how much there is in the sex world. And I love just how freeing it is. Somebody asked me, has it made dealing with men worse or better? Men, as we've already discussed, aren't always the greatest, and that's just kind of how the male. This is always going to be that way.
The good ones will always be good, and the trash will always be trash.
Yes. I had one sex worker say, just basically what I was saying too, that the freedom to express and no shame in embracing that sensual fun. And so I'll just leave it off with summarizing what I said. Like, do your research if it's something you're interested in. There's so much out there, and so many different ways to start. So seeing what you're interested in and what you're curious about, and keeping an open mind, because as you focus on those things, you'll come across other things. Make that list of what you're comfortable doing, sharing with other people, because you're going to have to create some type of platform, because you're branding yourself, you're an entrepreneur. What makes you better than, or more appealing than, the next dancer or the next OnlyFans creator or Loyal Fans creator, or whatever platform you're on. Do not sacrifice your comfort level or your hard limits just because somebody's offering you a good amount of money. Because money comes and goes, but you're gonna have to sit with that, and it could be traumatizing enough to just kind of alter your whole life. So just because, even if, and a lot of people who are in it are not, people go into sex work for plenty of different reasons. And why they're there is really none of your business. That's with them. And if it's because you need the money, other opportunities will come. Don't do anything that puts you at jeopardy or makes you feel less than because of the money.
Yeah.
And be yourself. Be yourself. Your audience will find you. And that's really what I have.
That's beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, that's what I got, y'all. So be respectful. Keep your hands to your fucking self.
Please.
If somebody says no, respect that no and just let it be. Go find somebody else, but be respectful to that person too. Like, y'all really need to learn how to keep your fucking hands to yourself and stop talking to people like y'all crazy, like y'all ain't got a fucking home training. Oh, God.
And remember that money comes and goes, and you yourself are a vessel.
Yes.
And it will always flow through you. So as much as you put out, you're going to get it right back. So don't be quick to do anything for a check, because sometimes it's not worth it.
Not at all. All right, y'all. Be safe. Make good choices. Bye. Bye.